Yo, this is Haas Funk, the Trunk Master, with the third edition of Deep Cutz, where I highlight a dope, non-single track from an album that is otherwise known for its banging singles. Let's go! Alright, on this episode, I want to talk about a track from one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm talking top 5, from one of my favorite MCs of all time. This man has probably the best combination of cleverness and wittiness, smooth voice and breath control, a wide range of topics and positivity in his lyrics, and a true defender of the spirit of hip-hop. I'm talking about none other than Common, formerly known as Common Sense, which was his name when this album came out. Now, I first heard Common when I saw the Soul by the Pound video, and I thought it was dope. But I didn't see or hear anything else by him until a couple of years later, when his second album Singles came out. I didn't even see or notice his debut album at the stores, so I didn't even know about it. At the time, my only source for music was Much Music's Rap City, and the occasional college radio show. Also, my friend, who was a DJ, introduced me to a lot of songs and artists, but I didn't hear much from Common Sense until I started listening to a regular radio show called Mastermind Street Jam, which was on a big radio station. On one of the first shows I listened to in the fall of 1994, Mastermind played I Used to Love Her, and I instantly loved it. It was so different to Soul by the Pound, but I thought it was really dope. A few weeks later, I heard Communism, and I really liked how he made every word start with com. Really clever wordplay and a smooth beat too. I couldn't wait to hear his next album, and a couple of months later when it dropped, my friend ended up buying it, so I borrowed it and dubbed it right away. I believe we went to the store together where I bought Keith Murray's debut album and he bought Common Sense, and later we traded. Now this album, Resurrection, though, for me was an instant classic. The beats had smooth, catchy loops, hard drums, and memorable vocal samples and scratching, while Common's incredibly clever wordplay, storytelling, and of course his metaphor of hip-hop being a woman propelled him to the top tier of MCs, at least in my book. There are so many amazing tracks on this album that are not singles, but there is one buried deep towards the end of the album that I've always enjoyed bumping, turning it up loud to feel those banging drums. And that song is Maintaining, which is my deep cut pick for this episode. Alright, this song starts off with a twinkling piano loop that runs throughout the track, and when the drums kick in, it's just instant head nod. Head bang! It might be about the same tempo as most of the songs on the album, but the drums are tight and give it a more up-tempo feel to it. Common starts off with the hook, repeating he gets the party live, which he later does over a dope vocal sample from the Scenario remix. The lyrics are brimming with charisma, confidence, and cleverness as he effortlessly bobs and weaves through the track, changing up his flow with occasional pauses and voice changes. He even mentions how he has gotten better since Soul by the Pound. Like he says, he's got an MC degree and a doctorate in rockin' shit. Aw man, if you haven't heard this track or have otherwise skipped or ignored it, then go back and bang this shit. Turn the volume up and enjoy a masterclass in MCing and production. The link is in the description. So big up to Common, big up to No ID on production, and thank you for making timeless music that I can still enjoy decades later. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. Please subscribe and look out for another edition of Deep Cutz. Peace and profit.